Hello everyone and welcome back to Town of Salem 2. In this video we are going to play as a socialite and protect important townies. Hope you enjoy! I'm naming myself Gilkis because it's Pride Month and because I can. 4 says, okay, take back the good luck but still have fun. 14 says, TP look out please. 2 says, I'm out of Baker Scrolls. 13 says, literally unplayable game. 10 says TP chain anyone? 11 says TP chain. 15 says I ate all my Baker Scrolls. Okay, let's party at Starspawn because there are some players who are, hate by the Town of Salem 2 and take it out on people who name themselves, like Starspawn, Auditor. You get the drift. 10 and 11 are probably Town Protectives, but they could be fake claiming. That's also a possibility. No one went to one. Good to know. Recipes to 6, they always get messed with. They were stabbed by a serial killer, so we have a serial killer. Dear diary, I died. Rest in peace. The death note says, howdy, howdy, howdy. Rest in peace to 9, the soul collector. They were killed by a shroud. Oh my gosh, we have a serial killer, we have a shroud. And I don't think a coven killed someone, so where is the coven? Also we have more 2 says 9, no crime. 7 says TS for VFA. 1 says tracker 8, visited 6. 13 says 8, no crime. 4 says good vision 6, 10. I say MTS for VFA. 8 says 1 is fake with Mao. 13 says yeah, 1 is probably fake. 13 says I got no crime on 8. 2 says VFA first. 10 says TP, chaining with 11. 8 says and 13 confirms me. 15 says 1 is confirmed fake since Invest didn't see crime. 1 says 8 claim. 8 is Tom killing. 4 is psychic. That's what 1. Are they a neutral evil, which is like the closest to neutral pariah in vanilla? 3 is Tom killing. 7 is Tom support. 2 is investigator. Bruh, tracker, night 1, 8 visited 6. Bro, I thought I found the S key, bruh. 4 says I'm gonna spawn a star on your head. 13 says give the exit, just win. 8 says I didn't visit, guilty. Can we email this so I can prove said? 14. 1 says yes, 14 proof. It says I want his pillion slaughtered. Prosecution time. And 1 is getting prosecuted. 1 says, good luck, written doom. Hehe. 12 claims TS. 14 says, that's great. What's 15? TK. 13 says, XC. 1 says, bro, it backfired. 2 says, death. And this was an executioner. 4 says, orange death. 7 says, fast for 3. 7 says, fast for 3. 3 says, huh? What did I do? Oops, I misclicked. I'm TK, claimed earlier. Is this for time? Student says probably. Two says this was for time. According to 7. Fifteen says we have all the claims then. Two says we have no info. True. Seven says, Two says at least one TP should be on 14. 12 claims TS. 7 says TS full claims since there is a prosecutor. I whispered to Pros, I'm Soch, I was on one of the slide. 12 claims TS again. Fourteen says okay. 4 says process audit mate, we want your full claim. 7 says full claim, there's a prosecutor. 8 says full claim. 12 late claims add me. 7 says will. 13 says no will. 2 says will. 8 says guilty. 4 says haunt me. For the disappointment. And this was a shroud. Let's go! What a colorful graveyard. The says, ooh, shroudy. 11 says, shroud mode. 4 says, it's fine, I still die here. Nah, I die. No, 4, you're not going to die, because I'm going to go on you. This is so weird. I have to click twice for that to work, or is that a visual bug? Oh, and I rejected someone. Nice. I whispered to 14 that I rejected someone on 4. 2 says 3, no crime. 8 says jailed. 4 says unknown obstacle on 8. 14 says thank you. 11 says morning jailer. Holy crack town. 13 says that I have no crime. 2 says jailer. 11 says we are so good. 7 says okay. 8 says 10, claim. 10 claims TP. 7 says I find it weird that people split into 4 when 3 was being upped. 15 says that's all time powers, by the way. 15 says if someone claims a time power that isn't mono jailer, get them. I say I misclicked yesterday. 2 says no TP on 14. Brah. Yeah, that's so weird. 13 says I think it's PB Soul Collector left. Could be Baker though. 7 claims Monarch. 11 says I'm time protective. Okay, I'm being upped, okay. I have my will ready. Oh, look at Linda trembling. I say someone tried to attack 4 but got denied, I guess. 13 says 5 is no crime though, by the way. 4 says oh. 15 says anyone see the unknown obstacle? 7 says who hit the unknown obstacle on 4? 2 says I can't believe this. Evil hit unknown obstacle, probably. 2 says Eno. 15 says no one claimed to hit it, so it was evil. Three says still TK. Do you want me to fool? Seven says yes please. 13 says yeah, why not? I think it's a poke left anyways. 3 says dep. 8 says guilty. There is still a killer left. 4 says 13 says shot who? 7 says did you shoot? 3 says haven't shot. 8 says shoot 11. 4 says oop, my bad. 7 says yeah, shoot 11. 7 says 11 gives me weird vibes. And there is a deputy jump scare. Rest in peace 11, the jester. Unlucky. That's so unlucky for them. Easy win as jester is boring. Try it alone, con lol. Let's add 7 to the guest list because they're confirmed. Chris says, well, at least I'm confirmed. Just says, wait. This is the second time this has happened today. I'm TP. Bodyguard. I will be on pros. 7 says, okay. 8 says, I'm this is a safe hang. 2 says, jailer should kill psychic to be honest. They hit on an obstacle. 10 says, second time my trainer was just today. 13 says, there is still a killer and a poke. 8 says, we can hunt them to death. Then says, what are the chances, man? And this was a serial killer. Let's go! I love how the graveyard is barely green right now. 2 says, wowie. 3 says, nice. 15 says, where are the coven? Good question. I say, on vacation, lol. Okay, I want to protect one of the investigators here. I just need to... Maybe let's check the chat logs. Because I really want to protect the one that's real, you know? No, I'm going on 2. 13 gives me fake vibes. Let's go! Oh, 8 got knighted. I see that I rejected someone on 2. 3 says, oh. 8 says, 15, how's life? You got that defense. 2 says, cool. Okay, so 4 is fake because they didn't get the unknown obstacle. 15 says, yeah, 7, I'm jailer. For sure. 8 says, Lafumao, 15. 4 says, defense jailer. 8 says, 15 dice. 2 says, 15 shot. 8 says, I shot 15. 2 says, night 3, 15, no crime. 8 says, 15 is not jailer. 15 says, I'm solo burst, bro. Where's the coven? 8 says, gone. I couldn't even avenge 9 because Shroud got hung. I say Coven went on vacation most probably. Someone says, wait, actually press this and hang one of the invests. 15 says, anytime we talk about Epoch Dynamite 1, I end up solo burst. 7 says, get this prosecuted. 4 says, okay, we'll let pros do this. It says, 14, the honor is yours. That's so unlucky for 15. 15 says, I hit such an obstacle twice. Really funny. I say, hee hee, that's my job. 3 says, bye girl. 7 says, okay, 1302 gets hung. 3 says, 1302 gets what eyeballs emoji? 13 says, yeah, I don't mind. 8 says, 2 first, 13 saved me. That doesn't mean they're real. 2 says, Xe saved you. True. Two says 8 was confirmed from Xe target, but okay. They're making a good point. 4 says X me and kill 13 and we should be fine. 7 says 13 is the reason why 1 was hung first. I say you checked pros for crime? What? 8 says jail and Xe 13. Two says alright. That was a bad hang, I think. I was just following the crowd. And they were real. Three says, wait, what's 3 anyways? 7 says 3 is confirmed deputy. I say 13. 4 says X me or 13. What? Why am I jailed? Burst confirmed the unknown obstacles. Jailer says I'm still not gonna Xe. Well, thanks. I say okay. I'm doing this. So, you know, you have pride parades during the Pride Month, but in Russia you get jailed if someone sees you with, you know, your partner kissing, and sometimes even there are some really weird things going on in Russia right now when it comes to LGBT rights. I say I was jailed for some reason. 7 says attacked by defense too high. Nice. It says a defense too high? Crow. 7 says I'm monarch. 13 says he's mon. I say mon has basic defense. 8 says I know, I made a joke. 3 says everybody Google girls kissing right now. I'd rather not. They likely have some objectified photos and I don't like those. 8 says I make girls kissing. 7 says also who is the jailer even? 13 says oh wait. I thought 8 is the jailer, but they're widgets, so 4 is the jailer. 13 says 5 could be poisoner, my bad. It's okay. Nothing to lose here, honestly. I say I have no crime and there are no coven kills and I'm a boys. Right. 7 was attacked when I was jailed. Seven says, but who even is jailer? Wait, I'm confused. 13 says 4 is jailer. Yep. That explains why the results were fake and they didn't see an obstacle. 4 says, no, I'm the best scion the world has ever seen with so much useful info. What do you mean? It's not like I just made it up. That would be so dumb. There was a potion master? What? 8 says, 4's the psychic that can manifest a jailer. I said there was Coven. What? What was PM doing in the Mao? 7 says, yeah, odd game. GG's. 15 says, solo Coven. Rough. 7 says, impossible for evils. 8 says, colorful graveyard. GG. 3 says, well, it's solo Coven, so that sucks. 3 says, yeah, brutal. 8 says, thank you, 13, for everything. 13 says, you're welcome. Here are all the roles that we've had in this game. Thank you so much for watching this video. Here are the ones that might interest you as well. Please like, comment and subscribe for more Town of Salem 2 videos, and see you soon in the next one.